Hey, we're back for the first time that we're recording this. 2 years later, talking to Adam Newman.
Howdy.
And talking to the first time Xavier from Bluefin and Bandai.
Hi there.
So Xavier, for folks who haven't met you before, we've had conversations and emails because you're a dude who has connected a whole bunch of people with getting coverage done of some Bluefin distributed items.
Yeah, I'm the senior brand manager at Bluefin. I'm in charge of overseeing the brands that we distribute in the US, both from Tamashii Nations, which is Adam's department, and also Bandai Hobby that does Gundam models, Bandai Candy Toy, which is the like trinkets, Square Enix, Kotobukiya, 3A.
3A as well?
Yes, 3A as well.
Wow, everyone's connected.
And also, we just recently started, I forgot what the other one was, but yeah, I oversee the other ones.
Just speaking of trinkets, I noticed you guys have Moji Bakeru out here, and I've never seen those outside of like Asian candy stores.
Yeah, they're putting them on display, the candy toy department, to gauge like, do people are interested in this stuff? Like, if they are, they'll look further into it. Maybe they'll put it out here. But people have been asking because there's a novelty factor for them.
Yeah. And Adam, so 2 years ago, the big question was, how did a Sentai SH Figure Arts come out in America? That situation has changed a bit since then.
Yeah, it has. Well, we're celebrating the 20th year anniversary right now, so Power Rangers is pretty much the focus of our display right now. And you know, at San Diego Comic-Con as well, it's something that we did. And last year, actually for New York Comic-Con, we started to unveil it by working locally with Saban and changing the package. And it's good we have Xavier here, because he's in charge of the promotion for our item as well. And Bluefin's been really critical about working locally at the different events. They were even at Morphicon earlier in the year, and just kind of pushing forward the brand.
Well, it's been really cool seeing Figure Arts kind of become pretty much a domestic item now. Like and not in a bad way, but the veneer of this mystical import toy has kind of drifted back, and it feels like it's more accessible for everyone.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the biggest hurdles for us always were licensing, and that was one thing that we overcame. We still localize, but we've actually done things with the localization with as far as the package is concerned. The item itself is the same, but the packaging is we've really actually, and we get this comment a lot that the U.S. packaging is a lot better than the Japanese one. We did, you know, invest a lot in the way it's laid out. And we're doing a lot of the things now that we've created actually Power Rangers as a strategic category, which means a lot of the product that we have, actually everything beyond, we did green and red, and then everything beyond that, white and pink, now we're doing black, and then after that blue and yellow, is going to be an exclusive in Japan. It's only available on Tamashii Web, but we're going to offer it to the open market here for our fans, because the fan base here is really driving the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers SH Figure Arts line.
That actually led to a question I had that maybe you guys could shed some light on. I'm not sure if it's talkable, but the White Ranger, Kibo Ranger in Japan, the White Ranger over here, it feels like, having looked at the toy, it feels like he very much may not have even happened if not for the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers connection. Like because he's got such a low accessory count, it feels like he almost purely is driven by the fact that there isn't a bigger audience for that suit over here perhaps than in Japan.
Actually, it's not just white, it's actually white, pink, everything else, even the armored red, which we're releasing here 2 months ahead of time from Japan. And you're getting it here at New York Comic Con first. It's just exclusive over there. We've made everything outside of green for Mighty Morphin just in a web exclusive, because the demand is really driven by the US market.
And like when we were looking at the products for MMPR last year, when we started working with Saban, like Armored Red was one of the exclusives that we had first envisioned, because we knew the fans here were really adamant about characters like that were special, and that in the US that we wanted to have something, you know, they like the guys with shields or armors and vests.
I guess that leads to just a quick fan question. Is there any chance of an armored Black Ranger from that one episode?
Yeah, that's an interesting question. That sounds like it'd be awesome for like a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive or something. Maybe we should consider that.
Yes, we should probably.
Let's
and maybe
consider it armored black. That'd be cool.
And maybe we should package with a shieldless green too, because of that scene to replicate it. Maybe.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah.
That sounds real hypothetically neat. I like that idea.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool if it happened.
That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, definitely cool.
Well, one can dream. The Power Ranger stuff, it's cool seeing it all come out. I mean, the Sentai side of it, I'm getting some giddiness as well, like seeing Ninja Storm Hurricanes are out there. That was my first Japanese Sentai show. and the Operation Overdrive guys as well. That's another case where I'm really glad that you were able to bring us an alternative to the Tamashii web grind, which I believe 2 years ago we talked about being tricky to deal with on this end.
Yeah, I mean, we're offering a lot of the Tamashii Nation's product line is actually going Tamashii web exclusive, and we're getting more and more access to that stuff in the US. So D-Art's aligned with the Black Zero for Mega Man. That's also available here. A lot of the Monster Art stuff right now, like the Destroyer Evolution set, Batra, that stuff is, because strategically for the US it's such an important line that we're actually focusing on the US market and just leaving them exclusives over here. It really, it's the US market that's driving a lot of those lines, especially D-Art's Mega Man as well.
And we've seen quite a large swell in our retailer interest in carrying these properties, especially the Godzilla. And with the new SH Monster Arts Alien and Predator, we're getting a lot more retailers outside of our normal anime, Japanese retailers that are becoming interested in them. So from our perspective as a distributor for pushing out Tamashii Nation's product into the US, like, we're starting to get a larger variety of stores as well.
I found it really just crazy to walk into a comic shop and see Godzilla Jr., just like 3 of them just sitting there in boxes like regular product.
One of the great things about New York is that there really is a good retail presence here where you could just, you know, walk a few blocks and go to a great store like Image Anime where we've been all along. But like Xavier mentioned, if you go down to Midtown Comics, 2 years ago when we talked, there was probably none of our product in Midtown Comics. Basically, you've got the full gambit of product there. And a lot of the stuff that we've opened windows for has been that Western product that we're bringing in, because now we have that distribution base now in the US. So Alien, Predator. The other Western property we'll be working on is Injustice, the video game with DC comic characters.
I saw that Batman. That looks pretty interesting.
Yeah, we're going to do an original take on that whole line by doing an original mask, because Japanese consumers, a lot of times they don't like your fan base is Kamen Rider, right? So Rider Man with, you know, the half cowling, he's generally been the least popular as far as figures are concerned. We know this, and so we're making full cowling versions of these DC characters that those cowlings aren't even they may in the future be put into the game, but we're designing our own original pieces. So it's a really special line in that sense. Still has a Japanese feel on it. And the same thing goes with Alien Predator. We're using one of our specialty areas, which is not only articulation, but die cast. And there's never been a really, really, really good, there's been great sculpts out there from a lot of different companies with the Alien Predator. So people are asking, you know, this is kind of oversaturated, why are you doing it? This is our chance to show what we do best with the articulations of the tails and die cast and the accessories. And so we're taking these Western properties and we're adding what we do best into them and keeping it true to Tamashii Nations. And so that's one way that we've been expanding with our distribution. One other thing, I'm sorry, I'm gonna go off on a little bit of tangent here. Sailor Moon is also another one here that we didn't know how light the demographic was. It's not just our core. We're in Barnes & Noble as well. And
I heard about that.
Yeah, so,
Yes.
and Hastings.
Into Barnes & Noble,
Right.
yes.
And so Sailor Moon is a big product for that area, for that new distribution. We have a lot of girls who are going after it right now. 2 people have never bought our figures before. So we do have a big growing fan base now because of Sailor Moon and these Western properties.
So concerning Barnes & Noble, there are several stores spread out across the US. They're larger stores that have displays of the product from Tamashii Nations, Bandai Hobby, and Candy Toy. So you can actually go into certain Barnes & Noble in person and you will see on display like Sailor Moon, the Dragon Ball Z characters, Mega Man, the Power Rangers figure arts, Gundam, etc. And you can actually just purchase the item right there, right underneath the display. Yeah. We're trying to test to see like the feasibility of having them in the physical shops. Barnes & Noble actually, they approached us initially. They approached Bluefin because they wanted to carry Gundam models in order to expand upon their ever-growing various product line besides books. And well, they approached us for Gundam models. We convinced them that, you know, there's other stuff, like especially Adam's department, which would do excellent in Barnes & Noble, and we're seeing that already.
Well, yeah, between Sailor Moon and D-Arts and Monster Arts getting AVP, like all these properties which are just as Western accessible as anything else, there were a couple of questions I've had, you know, or that I've heard from other people that I figured I could relay this way. There's 3 particular ones. They're all very unrelated. One of them, I know we can't really get anywhere, but I figure I'll just say the 2 magic words and we can all nod and shake our heads or something. Pacific Rim.
Yeah, everybody's asking that one because, I mean, kaiju and giant robots, that's our area of specialty. And that was on our survey for San Diego Comic-Con. We know the feedback. We know everybody wants to see it. They want the articulation done right. They want people making, they want people making Japanese giant robots who know how to make Japanese robots. So it's natural we would get that inquiry. And to be honest, it's really something that we wanted to do from the beginning, and it just comes down to licensing. And when I think it's more of a question of when. It's also if from licensing, but it's certainly something we want to do. Del Toro does have a sense of design for monsters and now robots too. So, and he has a profound respect for the genre of giant robots, kaiju. So hopefully one day it's something that will come to fruition under multiple categories, you know, with die-cast, non-die-cast, monster arts.
Even gimmick toys. Myself and Josh Perez, a colorist on IDW, we were kind of just lamenting that this movie is out there. Like, we would happily even buy like rocket punching plasma fist Gypsy Dangers.
A super robot Chogokin, you know, Gypsy Danger would be super cool. Yeah,
super cool.
Awesome. Yeah.
If we could do it,
that'd be neat.
Be cool.
Hypothetically, that'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Hypothetically, that sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, that does.
Yeah, you know,
Pacific Rim, that'd be pretty cool. Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Well, I'll add it to the whiteboard and consideration. We had another question come in from a listener about 10 minutes ago. The Fig Arts Power Blaster. How does that go together?
Okay, well, what we're going to do is, starting from the release of black, right, and then afterwards followed up with blue and yellow. I don't know if I got the order right on those, but followed up by those. You'll purchase, if you buy all 3 of those figures, you'll be able to assemble the Power Blaster, have them all displayed with the ultimate weapon. So we have it here, by the way.
Yeah.
We have the prototype right here, yes.
What do you know?
It happens to be right behind you.
Yes.
Good Lord. I guess the only question of specifics is, in the case of pink and red's weapons, are those going to just be mixed in with the blue, yellow, and black figures?
Yeah, that's correct. It's a 3-part collectible as opposed to a 6-part collectible. So, so you know, it's like, oh, why didn't we think of that earlier? But oh well, you know, saved it for last. But
well, it sets a nice precedent that just because, say, like 2 members of a Sentai don't have the gimmick, it doesn't mean it can't show up later, right?
Right.
The other question, I don't know how answerable this is. It always is burning on people's ears, but I figure it comes with the sense of localization, and this kind of works into all the new packaging you've been doing for Power Rangers. But was it a foreseeable difficulty dealing with the unofficial accessories from Japan? And like, was that something you knew going in, or was that something you had to change on the fly?
We can't do anything. Are you talking about the Akiba Ranger accessories?
I wasn't sure if I could say that out loud without getting shot.
Man, keep it down.
Yeah, it is. It's a hurdle, you know. And it's like our core fan base. It's like they don't know about it. You're not supposed to know about Akiba Rangers. The secret police will come and take you away if you know about it. We can't do anything. Another license restriction. So what we had to do in place of that is make the package extra cool. A lot of people didn't want it who are the Power Rangers fans. They don't even want that little accessory in there anyhow. And the other thing that we did is that we don't have is to legitimize the Power Rangers franchise is we offer the exclusive Tamashii stage set with the red, the green, and the armored red to kind of encourage to collect all 3. And we didn't offer that anywhere else in the world. It's only in the U.S. So that's one of the things we did to add to accessoration, so you can't get it anywhere else.
Yes.
Vangelus.
Hi. Give me 5 minutes, and then you can take my money.
I'll give you that on the outtakes. That was cool, like when somebody just yells Vangelus at you and.
You don't want that interjecting right into the.
No, that'd be totally cool.
Fine,
yeah, it'd be cool. Like the
this is
uncomfortable.
spontaneous, man. We're
Yeah.
running with this like wildcats. The other question I had come in from a listener who was about a meter or 2 away from here was with Digimon making a bit of a resurgence, I believe, through Nick. In the case of D-Art's Digimon, the question was, is there any future for that line to expand beyond where it is now?
Is that person still 2 meters away? Like, are they gonna like?
No, I don't. They won't hear this until you're far away.
It's like some guy with
Bandai America is making the toys for that, and again, Saban has taken in the franchise.
Yes.
We released some stuff before. Unfortunately, we were in a stage of transition when they were doing the War Greymon exclusive, so we weren't able to release that officially. But now that Bandai America is doing, I think, going into 2014, it's definitely something that's open for game. I don't even think there would be much localization even required for that on the packaging. it was just a matter of timing, and it was unfortunate with the transition. But 2014 is totally game for Digimon and for reissues. Well, we could bring back any of that stuff that we had before for our D-Arts.
What reissues would people want to see?
Maybe that War Grayman remake would probably be.
Oh yeah, that's right. We could try offering that again.
Yeah.
Hypothetically, that's a good idea.
Hypothetically. Yeah. What's that little dog-looking guy?
What's the wolf?
Dog
Metal Garurumon.
Yeah,
right?
Metal Garurumon. Yeah, that was an exclusive, but that would be cool if we did a reissue.
Yeah, he was
hypothetically. Hypothetically.
Yeah, he was chilling out with Master Asia for a long time too.
Hey, so where's Master Asia at? Was he missed his flight, didn't he?
Yeah.
It's typhoon season right now.
Yeah, it's dangerous to travel, man. All right, well, we covered the Pacific Rim stuff. That's the big question for a lot of people. The only one I can think of that would be a listener question would be Super Robot Chogokin Dragon Zord, but I'm guessing that's...
Yeah, that's one of the questions we have on our survey. We're wanting to know this time not what series people like, because we found out that it was highly skewed towards Mighty Morphin, of course.
Yeah, it's like...
So now we want to know what type of Mighty Morphin product.
Within MMPR.
Yeah. Outside of SH Figure Arts, what sort of categories do you want? And one question is not just Super Robot Chogoking, a specific Super Robot Chogoking Megazord. Alternatively, we're looking into high-end prop replicas and Figure Art Zero, like battle damaged, and sculpts, a bunch of other stuff. But that's one of the questions that we have on our survey here. If people are here, come by the iPad survey. Point in that one.
Well, I guess that's a great place to close. And I'll just close in saying one personal request I have, having seen your SH Music Arts Daft Punk.
That's another. What artist do you want?
Okay, there is one artist that jumps right to mind. They're a very theatrical artist. They've had some pretty cool stage costumes. Their name is Rammstein.
Don't you have to say it like a heavy metal type?
Yeah, like Rammstein. Yeah. If you guys check out 90s Rammstein or early 2000s Rammstein, there's some real iconic looks they pulled off there, and they have a Demented fan base.
Oh, Demented. Oh,
yeah.
That's cool. We work with Demented. This actually, going back to the survey, last year in New York Comic Con, we had it was like a multiple choice, and Save at San Diego with Elvis Presley, Freddie Mercury, he's really popular. We didn't know that.
Super popular.
Yeah, we didn't know how popular Freddie Mercury was.
Wait, who's Freddie Mercury?
Well, he's in the U.S. He's super popular.
Super popular. Freddie Mercury, Queen, Michael Jackson was popular, of course. A lot of the classics were popular. We didn't put Rammstein on there, but what we did this time is, because people have such eclectic taste in music, this is our first iPad where we didn't have for this one question, it's not multiple choice. You actually write in what you write. So you could write Rammstein. I don't know how to spell that. But
it's Rammstein.
When we recharge the iPads, if you can come back later and write in Rammstein.
Well, we've unfortunately hit the curse of me and Adam Newman once again. Xavier's new to this, but the camera died whilst we were doing that last question. Yeah, happened again.
Oh, cool. But the mic's still going, so you could do. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna go to B-roll here, or
do a little slideshow of something, right? There's a perfect time to put in the slideshow of our booth right now.
Slideshow again. Yeah.
You guys have stuff here apparently, so
you can have it in the background.
Alien versus Predator.
That thing looks great.
Yes. Look how awesome it is. Do you see? This is the first Alien versus Predator. Actually, the Alien though is the first Alien figure that could do the quadrupedal pose.
I just noticed that.
None of the the NECA stuff. Like you would have to cut it up and remodel it. So you could. This is a perfect time to show that quadrupedal pose for that Alien Xenomorph figure.
Super articulated tail.
Yes.
There's no tail that can match that.
It's got die-cast in the clear, because the reason why we did the Warrior. Yes, die-cast in the tail. Sharp, very sharp.
Careful, you can catch yourself, just like
you
the
could
Robot
spear your other action figures with it. And he's got clear cowling too, so you can see that translucent part in the cowling and the skull underneath it, which is why we chose to start with the Warrior from too, because we could show the translucent parts that we do well. And this is the first CG articulated Alien that we wanted to show. Yes. So that's why
I think it is really, really kind of clever how you guys were able to do an Alien and a Predator via AVP.
Yes, first. But we're going to be working with, next year, 2014, is going to be 35th anniversary of Alien. So you could expect Big Chap maybe and all the other guys. Sigourney Weaver.
I was going to ask you guys to give me
something with a power loader, maybe?
Power loader?
Maybe.
Wow, would that be like an Armored Girls project?
Maybe.
A hypothetical power loader?
Power loader?
Yes.
AGP times Chogoki.
Chogoki.
Yeah, that'd be
Yes.
hypothetically that'd be cool.
I love the
that's a-
cross. The cross makes it all worth it.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Yes.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
would be a perfect time to show like slides of Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah, just pictures of
Yeah,
us.
power loader, you know.
Imagine if this was on your shelf.
Doesn't this be
that.
cool?
Yeah.
And then
shelf.
juxtapose that with some of our Armored Girls Project Infinite Stratus stuff.
Yeah. We'll have them
Hey,
split
people, I
screen. We'll have them
imagine-
chroma key
yeah,
over top of
yeah,
each other. Maybe
that'd be
dance.
That'd be awesome.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
All right.
Show tunes. Oh no, Rammstein.
Yeah.
Rammstein.
I gotta ask, did you guys, like, when you guys saw the whole, like, what was it, with Daft Punk and the Colbert Report, getting a bit of extra press going on there, was that
Yes.
kind of just like, oh, wonderful?
Jeez, I don't live in America. Was that? I have to look that
Oh,
up.
that was a thing. That was a
That was a
thing.
thing.
I suspect some people might say a great companion piece to those figures down the line might be SH Figure Art Stephen
You could
Colbert.
send some of them to Stephen Colbert, and he
Okay,
makes
cool.
some sort of funny skit with them.
All right. I'll check that out. Check
Yeah.
that out for promotion. Sounds good.
That was a thing.
Right. Well, we're looking to do more Daft Punk as well. We want to do more variations, like Get Lucky versions in their
Get
suits.
Lucky.
Maybe that would be hypothetically a cool, like San Diego Comic-Con, if you had like, Guy had the SDCC in his visor, and you had like the superimposed San Diego Comic-Con
That'd be
image.
cool.
That'd be cool, hypothetically. Yeah, and we're talking a lot of hypotheticals here.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
What we didn't tell people, that's the contest at the end of this video, is if you can list out all our hypotheticals, you'll win the
Get 'em
no
right.
prize.
Wow. Cool.
All right.
It's a Stan Lee thing.
Sweet on.
Oh, do we have an
Yes.
SH Figure Art Stan Lee coming? Is that a thing that's happening
That
now?
would be cool. We know Marvel's tough right now with us right now. We're
Yeah,
only allowed to do
Marvel.
Japan, unfortunately. So
Yeah.
that's why we're working hard with DC right now and trying to expand the
Yeah.
Injustice line.
I guess that's another question people might have been asking this whole time is, what about that Iron Man? And as far as I know, that was limited
so
even in
good.
Japan.
Yeah, we're talking to Marvel.
Such a boner killer that we couldn't have it in the U.S.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Oh, one last question. Yellow's a girl.
Yeah. Yeah, she was a girl in the U.S.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's a girl.
Yeah, she's a girl.
She's a girl.
Yeah.
We had an issue at San Diego. I don't know if did.
Oh, like it got
I thought it was
swapped
funny.
out, but
I know, it's
we
not
brought
both.
we brought the wrong skull.
they brought the male one instead of the
so we
female
did a
one.
quick
They
gender
did.
exchange.
Yeah.
Modern technology, what you can do.
Well, I saw all the pictures, but I didn't know the timeline. So I was like, what just happened?
I think it was just
It was
preview
like
night.
the preview night.
And we thought about taking it. I'm like, yeah, let's leave it up, and then change it the next day and
Yeah.
see if anybody catches it. Of course, everybody
Something
caught
had it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I can't think of anything else to ask you guys. I mean, every time I pause for thought, all I just think about is a Chogokin Gypsy Danger and Crimson Typhoon.
Yeah.
So,
I like the
Or
Tango.
SH Monster Arts and Knife Head would be pretty cool.
Yeah,
too.
Knife Head.
Or Otachi.
That's the
Yeah,
one with the
Otachi.
wings, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
you know, he's expensive to make, but
Someday maybe that would be cool.
It's like, what's it, like a cross between Rodan and some other monster?
I think that discussion though would be like, because NECA's doing the stuff right now, so we gotta wait for the
we have
license
to wait.
to clear up.
We gotta
Yeah.
bide our time. Who are you?
Yes.
they do.
Oh, hi, random person.
Hunter versus Knifehead.
There you go.
And with that,
With that.
listener question period. Thank you guys very much. I'm shaking your hands right now. Hang on, no, let's do this really. Let's zoom them in.
Ah, wait, what?
Like, I get an audio for this.
Wait. Oh, you want the sound?
Yeah.
That slap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rammstein.
Yeah.
Rammstein.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.